No one in my family knew anything about jazz. We couldn't get the jazz radio station. It wouldn't reach our house. But my mother's friend, we would sometimes spend the night at her home, and I would show up with a box of blank cassette tapes, and I would pop them into their cassette deck and record the radio. And so I had this collection of cassette tapes of jazz radio that I would listen to. So I discovered Mose Allison on jazz radio.
Your molecular structure.
I loved everything about it. He was so clever and so funny and so funky. I went to the record store and I bought a Mose Allison CD, and that was it. I was hooked.
I loved Mose Allison instantly. Once I had that record, I think it's all I played for a while. I remember the first tune that really hit me was Don't Worry About a Thing. I don't worry about a thing because I know nothing's gonna be all right. I just thought, wow, that's a heavy concept. Let's dive into this for a while.
Now I don't worry about a thing, cause I know nothing's going to be all right.
And then I heard Molecular Structure. It's just a salvo of the cerebral and sexy coming at you over these jazz chords, and then him playing one of his wild solos. His piano playing mystifies me. I love it, and it mystifies me at the same time.
Mose writes music that people relate to, that touches people. And I think that maybe has always been the case with his music. With every generation that comes by, somehow someone can relate to what he's been writing about. I think especially in these political times that we're in right now, his music is as relevant as ever.
It's timeless, what he says. He's so direct, so blunt, so economical, and above all, just really funny, really sarcastic.
You know, if talk was crime, you would lead a life of crime. Because your mind is on vacation and your mouth is working all the time.
We've been fortunate enough to have a relationship with the family and been able to share our music with them on several occasions now. Actually, they knew about us before I even knew that they knew about us.
I was very nervous to play for them until I walked out on stage and I saw them. They just looked like wonderful people. They almost felt like a long-lost family of mine from some other life.
And we become one. Will there be any Susans and Ralphs?
It's been interesting getting to know them and getting to know their stories about Mose. They're all really funny. He seemed like just really incredibly enlightened person.
They seem to like what we're doing, so we're really fortunate to have that as well. What's funny is that I'm not sure how many jazz people know about Mose. Not among a younger generation anyway. So us sort of bringing it to the table gives us an opportunity to share this music with that younger generation. Maybe they'll pick up on it and the next generation can find out about Mose and about his music and about the work that we're doing.
I love singing the music because so many people don't know the music already, and you're actually sitting them down in front of you and saying those things that he said in his songs. And not only do I think the songs are important from a cultural perspective, but just the things he says in his songs are important for people to hear, period.
Stop this world, let me off. There's too many bits in the same trough.
I've been a fan of Richard before we ever played together, before we ever worked together. I remember seeing Richard perform at the old living room and being really struck by what an amazing songwriter he was and how much of a great performer he is. I think he's just a remarkable person and a remarkable musician.
I met John Chin on the bandstand I was playing a lot of shows at the Rockwood Music Hall. When musicians would come, often the guys in my band would tell me, oh, this guy is in the audience and I play with him, he's really good, you know, can he come up and play? And John was just one of those guys. I remember watching him, his eyes were closed and he looked really intense, you know, and I thought, wow, this guy's, he's kind of an intense player, you know? And then one night he texted me and he said, hey, how about doing some Mose Allison at Smalls Jazz Club? And I thought, yeah, that sounds great.
Your molecular structure is really something fine. A first-rate example of a functional design. Those cosmic undulations are steady coming through. Your molecular structure, baby, me and
The band was just supposed to be a bar band. We were just gonna sing some Mose tunes and have some fun with it because we all love the music so much. But here we are. We're sitting on this music that we've been working on for several years now. And so we want to share what we've been doing. We're paying homage to him and his music and try and bring some more people into what he did.
I feel like we bring out the more serious and spiritual side of his songs. There's a lot of wisdom and some seriousness alongside the humor. I watch people react to his music all the time, and you can tell they maybe haven't heard it before. They look shocked sometimes at the way a lyric has just shaped. And, you know, you can tell that they're being affected by his message, which I think was a profound message.
if this life is driving you to drink, you're sitting around wondering what to think. I got some consolation, I'll give it to you if I might. I don't worry about a thing, 'cause I know nothing's gonna be alright. This world's just one big trouble spot.